desert temples now generate with hardened clay instead of wool on the outside and also on the inside. Gives it a little bit more rugged look. Caves now generate on the surface in desert biomes, the roofs being supported with sandstone, and in mesa biomes at the entrance with red sandstone. The paths in villages now generate with cobblestone underneath them, which prevents the paths from collapsing into caves. Skins have received a major overhaul. As you can clearly see now, the left and right arms have completely different textures. So I went a little bit extreme with mine just to demonstrate that the textures are in fact different and separately customizable. There is also a second layer on every part of the body instead of just the head as there was previously. So if I put on the sleeves, pants legs, and jacket, you'll see, I just did something random just to demonstrate it. I now have a second layer that is over the other layer of skin on my arms and legs and on my shirt too. And as you may have noticed, when you go to options, you can click skin customization and customize which parts of your skin are showing and which parts are not. So I just turned off my left sleeve and my right pants leg, and so now they're not visible anymore, and I can just as easily turn them back on. There's been an additional change to Minecraft skins as well. When you create an account, you're randomly assigned based on your user ID either the Steve skin, which was always available, or the Alex skin, which has 3 pixel wide arms instead of 4 pixel wide. In the future, you will be able to specify for your custom skin either 3 or 4 pixel wide arms. But at the moment, it's only available on the Alex skin. Some have said that they think the Alex skin looks like it could be either a girl or a boy, but in my opinion, it is obviously a girl. Most mobs now run away from creepers that are about to explode. Slimes and magma cubes now swim at the surface of the water instead of sinking down to the bottom, and they will also randomly change direction every so often to avoid getting stuck in a corner. There is a new world type, which is the customized world type. When you cycle through world type, you can choose customized and customize it. You can customize everything from the sea level to whether there are generated structures, which generated structures, how frequently dungeons, waters, which biome are available, the size of each biome, the generation rates of various naturally spawning blocks, the amount of variation in depth of the terrain, and extra advanced settings, super complicated stuff for experts. There are also various preset worlds such as Water World, Isle Land, Caver's Delight, Caves of Chaos, Good Luck. You can also click randomize to just randomize the world. And when I create new world, it takes a while to load because of the complexity. And you can just make these crazy types of things, whatever you want it to be, whatever details, anything you want, totally up to you. That can allow for some pretty interesting exploration and just game design in general. There's another new world type, which is the debug world type. When going to your world options, you just hold down shift when you cycle through the world options, and debug mode comes up. You can't set any other options for the world because the whole point of it is just debugging resource packs. It shows every single variation of every single block. A new feature has been added to texture packs, and that is block models. So if I put on the block models texture pack, and you can have whatever model you want, you see now the blocks are 3D. And based on how it's defined in the texture pack, the blocks will have different shapes. Another new thing is that various blocks have no set orientation. So TNT, bedrock, netherrack, stone, red sand, sand, dirt, and grass, among other things, will randomly choose which way the top texture is rotated. The multiplayer player list now shows the player's face next to their name, and it's also a bit smaller, a bit cleaner looking. There's a new game mode called Spectator, in which you can not interact with any blocks or items. You can fly through the world, but you can also spectate as any player or mob, except for the Ender Dragon. If you scroll forward, you fly much faster, and if you scroll backwards, you fly much slower. To any other spectators, I just look like a transparent disembodied head, and players cannot see me. You can press the middle click button and then select teleport to a player. When you middle click that, you can select any of the players who are on. So you see I can teleport to either Narnia QA Guy or Ocean Spinner by middle clicking their button. And if I click here, I leave. Spectators' names are also shown in italics and slightly blurred in the player list. There are two new shaders. The Creeper shader, which makes the world green, and the Spider shader, which makes you see 8 images of the world. Resource packs can now be bundled with a specific world. I have bundled the Lithos resource pack with 20 more doors in Minecraft world. So now when I join the world, it will automatically put on the Lithos resource pack, even though I didn't have that pack turned on, and when I leave the world, it goes back to the normal resources. Game difficulty is now both per world and lockable. So for this Minecraft world, I can set my difficulty to whatever I want. So say I decided that for this world, I never want to be tempted to change it to peaceful. So then I can lock the difficulty to normal. And it says, are you sure you want to lock the difficulty of this world? This will set the world to always be normal and you will never be able to change that again. And if I say yes, it's locked to normal. So now I can never switch into peaceful when I'm in this world. And as you see, if I pick a different world, the difficulty for this world is still normal. As far as settings go, in video settings, the render distance has been upped to a maximum of 32 chunks instead of the former 16. There is now an option to use VBOs, which are vertex buffer objects. I'm not sure exactly what they do, but they can increase the performance of your game. There's also the alternate blocks option, which can disable the alternate block models in a resource pack if you want them to. The server list can now be rearranged. And last but not least, the debug screen has been cleaned up significantly.